Okay, so you decided that you'd like to get fucked up on some good kava. First thing you're going to need is some good kava. Right here, we got some kava from the island of Tana in the nation of Vanuatu. It's a nice finely ground powder. It's a good kava, kind of nice sedative properties, good flavor, not gingery, not too earthy, just good tasting kava. It's just a good one if you've never had kava before, you want to try kava and you don't want to be grossed out by the taste. This will gross you out probably least than most other kavas. Now, there's a couple different ways you could make it. If you want to be traditional, you use a tanawa, which is one of these big, huge wooden bowls that are, I think they're ironwood. Nice mother of pearl inlays and stuff, and you would fill that with water and put your kava inside some a nylon bag or a t-shirt or something and just kind of squeeze it around and then scoop it out, drink shots with the coconut shell here. But fuck that, we got technology. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the kava in Mr. Kava. Mr. Kava is normally a blender, but the blender base died, so Mr. Kava is now a Ovaltine jar. And I'll stick the camera down for a second. Let you enjoy a nice view of my counter. And I'm going to measure out here some of the Kava. Now, I'm a hardhead. I like Kava. I like a lot of Kava. I want to get a good buzz. So I'm going to use a lot. As you can see, this is a 1/3 cup. It's a pretty heapy, and I'm just going to dump that there into Mr. Kava. Put the scoop back in the bag because got to have it convenient. Alright, now they need a fat source. You can use spit and get emulsifiers and some fats from your spit the way they do in some of the islands. I'm not going to do that. You can use cow's milk, which a lot of people do, and I used to do that, but I found it too filling and the taste is kind of funky. So what I found works really good is silk, and you want to get the original, preferably the unsweetened if you can. And so you're going to take that and take a look at your jar. I'm going to get the kava evenly at the bottom there. You're not going to use all silk, because if you do, you're going to get full as fuck, and it's going to be kind of unpleasant feeling in your stomach. So, just kind of pour in, I don't know. Yeah, that's good. Maybe get about 1/3 of the jar full of silk. Then you get yourself some nice cold water. Fill it up the rest of the way. It's going to get chunky. Kava's going to float up at the top. And you can get the lid on there good and tight. So, you pretend you're a blender. You shake that shit up good. Alright, and then we're going to let that sit for a little while, and hopefully I'm going to be able to splice these videos together and it won't be a bunch of videos and look stupid. So, see you in a few minutes. Alright, so now you've let your kava soak for a while. You've kind of shaken it up a little bit, shake it up a little bit more. I don't know. You can go do this little 5 minutes, you can wait a half hour, let it sit in the jar overnight, whatever the fuck you want. It probably doesn't matter all that much. Probably extracts pretty fast because of all the fats and emulsifiers in there. So, you're going to take this, and what I use to strain it, you're going to kind of see, it's a wire mesh. It's about same same grain mesh as you'd find in a window or on a bowl screen. And big Pyrex bowl here with a little spout is my 1 glass tanawa. And there, take a nice look at the screen. Isn't that pretty? Alright, So, take it and just pour the kava in there. See all that nice rooty goodness is kind of glopping up there on top. Be careful not to have any overflow. And it will gradually start working the liquid down into the thing. You're probably going to have to help it a little bit. Just kind of jiggle it. You don't want to jiggle it too much because you're going to get kava chunks floating off the side. And as it gets further liquid strained out of it, you can get a little bit more vigorous. Kind of toss it side to side. You gotta be careful of stuff like that. After a certain point, you can get it to where you can kind of clump it into a ball. And you're going to take that, put that back in the jar there, and add a little bit of silicone water back to that in a little bit. And take your big ass cup and strainer, and wash out a chunk out of it so it's fairly clean. Not that it's really going to make a whole lot of difference. As you can see, there's still a whole lot of kava chunky floaty goodness in there, and that's a good thing because the more little chunky stuff you have, the strainer kind of balance it. Use the handle as a balance and pour through there. You can see a lot of it's sticking in the mesh again. And get all that good shit down. You see all that chunky stuff there? You kind of want to just leave that. And just, there's a bunch down there, there's a bunch there. And that stuff is really goopy and nasty. And you're going to want to put that back in your Mr. Kava jar. Got a nice big huge mug here. It's about like that full. And what I like to do is you'll see there's a lot of floaties in it. They're pretty small though. I mean, it's not going to be a very rough texture. It's going to be pretty easy to drink. Just get a stick or a butter knife or something that you can use to keep stirring it up as you drink it. And chug that down and Bula, motherfucker. Bula. Let's get fucked up.